Hello students, good morning. Today's topic is input in Java. That means chapter 7. You know that input means taking data in our program. In this chapter, at first we learn about comments, packages. After that, we will learn about how to input data during runtime. Let's start comments in Java. In our previous examples, we have used the comments to describe the code. Comments is very useful for documentation and to describe the different parts of our program.
These comments are not compiled by Java compiler, but in your examinations, it carries 20 marks. ये और वेरिएबल डिस्क्रिप्शंस मिलके 20% मार्क्स कवर करता है एंड ये जो डबल फॉरवर्ड स्लैश है ये सिंगल लाइन कमेंट लिखने के लिए होता है और स्लैश स्टार फिर जितने लाइन चाहो उतने लाइन कमेंट लिख दो फिर लास्ट में स्टार स्लैश से इसको क्लोज कर दो। इस तरह से कहीं अगर एक से ज़्यादा लाइन में डिस्क्राइब करना है तो हम लोग मल्टी लाइन कमेंट का यूज़ कर सकते हैं। तो ये दो टाइप हो गया, सिंगल लाइन एंड मल्टी लाइन। बट इन योर बिगनिंग you may use documentation comment. It is same as multi-line comment, but at the beginning we use double forward double star sign after the forward slash. ये प्रोग्राम के पर्पस को लिखने के लिए होता है। ये स्टार्टिंग में यूज़ किया जाता है जिसमें हम लोग डिफाइन करते हैं कि प्रोग्राम का क्या पर्पस है, क्यों हम लोग ये प्रोग्राम लिख रहे हैं। और कमेंट्स एंड वेरिएबल डिस्क्रिप्शंस दोनों हमारे प्रोग्राम में बहुत ज़रूरी है एग्जामिनेशन के लिए खास करके।
Now package. Package is a group of class. All Java library classes are grouped under various Java packages. For example, the math class is a part of java.lang package. So the full qualified name of math class is java.lang.math. There are more examples of packages. Java.lang, it is the default package of Java. It contains all primitive data types, string classes, math classes, etc. Java.util. This class provides the utility classes like a scanner, date, etc. In same way, java.io package for input-output, java.awt for abstract Windows tool, java.network for networking, java.applet to implement applets in Java program. If you need, then you can create your own package also by using the keyword package. In this way, package, after that package name, semicolon, then class name and the content of class. We can import classes from other packages in our program using import keyword. For example, to import a scanner class, we write import space java.util.scanner. Here scanner is declared inside the package of java.util. So we import by using java.util.scanner. Since java.lang is the default package of Java, so we don't need to import it. To access any classes from java.lang package, there is no need to import, but to access any other classes, we need to import the corresponding Java package.
पैकेजेज आर वेरी यूज़फुल क्योंकि ये हमको इनकैप्सुलेशन प्रोवाइड करता है और हम इसे इम्पोर्ट कीवर्ड का यूज़ करके कहीं से भी कॉल कर सकते हैं किसी दूसरे पैकेज से। साथ ही साथ ये हमको ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में उसको एफिशिएंटली मैनेज करने में भी हेल्प करता है और साथ ही साथ हम इसका यूज़ करके एक नाम से अगर कोई क्लास किसी एक पैकेज में बनाते हैं तो फिर सेम नाम से क्लास उसी पैकेज में नहीं बना सकते हैं। बट अगर हम पैकेज बदल लें तो दूसरे पैकेज में हम सेम नाम से क्लास बना सकते हैं। जैसे कि हम लोग फोल्डर में एक नाम से फाइल बनाते हैं तो फिर अगला दूसरे फोल्डर में बनाते हैं ना, ठीक उसी तरह से हम इसको भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं।
Now input in our program. Till now we have used initialization technique to receive input from any variable, like we declare a variable int x and assign a value 50, 20, whatever you need, or in BlueJ environment by using parameter input. But none of these techniques provides input facility during runtime. Whenever input is required in our program, for this facility, we have to use a scanner class in our program. The scanner class belongs to java.util package. So to use a scanner, we need to import this package, and it also converts bytes into character by using streams. First, we know about the stream. Whenever we type anything from our keyboard,
डेटा डायरेक्ट प्रोग्राम के पास नहीं आता है, पहले वो इनपुट स्ट्रीम में जाता है, फिर इनपुट स्ट्रीम से वो कन्वर्ट होकर प्रोग्राम के पास पहुंचता है, और फिर प्रोग्राम में प्रोसेस करने के बाद वो फिर को फिर से भेज देता है आउटपुट स्ट्रीम में। अगर कुछ आउटपुट भेजना है स्क्रीन पर तो पहले आउटपुट स्ट्रीम में भेजेगा और फिर वो आउटपुट स्ट्रीम से कन्वर्ट होके पहुंचेगा मॉनिटर के पास। तो ये प्रोसेस है डेटा फ्लो करने का, ये स्ट्रीम के थ्रू फ्लो होता है। इनपुट स्ट्रीम एंड आउटपुट स्ट्रीम के साथ ही ये वर्क करता है।
some commonly streams declared inside the java.lang package is system.in. It is a standard input stream connected to the keyboard. System.out and system.arr. Both are output stream. It is connected to the monitor. System.arr is used for error messages. The scanner breaks its input into tokens using delimiter. Here space is the default delimiter. It means if we type during input north point school, then north is a separate token, point is a separate token, and school is a separate token. A scanner class provides the methods to receive different data. For example, to take input we use nextInt, to take float data we use nextFloat, and so on. To take a character data we use next then dot char at 0. Here char at 0 represents only the first character. A scanner class also provides some methods to check the validity of tokens. Suppose has next. It returns true or false after checking any token is exist or not. Has next int. It checks next token is integer or not. According to this, it will return true or false. For example, a program to take input using a scanner class. In this program, first we use import java.util.star. By using this line, we have imported all the classes from util package, in which a scanner class is imported. Now the next line class user input public static void main, and from this line we have declared the object of a scanner class. A scanner sc equals to new scanner. Here system.in represents the input stream. That means our scanner class receives the input from this input stream. Then we have given a message into your name during runtime, and we receive the name typed by user by using sc.nextLine, and it is stored in a variable nm that is declared as string type. In same way, if you have to enter integer number, then you give a message, enter your marks, and declare a variable int m equals to sc.nextInt. Here nextInt method is used to receive input in integer. In same way, we can input many data. After that, the stored data can be displayed Suppose system.out.println hello nm. Here nm is the variable in which the data given by user is stored. You got m is the marks that is given by user. After executing this program, you will get output like this. If you enter a name Rakesh Ranjan and marks 85, then you will get the message, hello Rakesh Ranjan, you got 85 marks. Now the last topic of this chapter, errors. Errors are mistakes committed by user. Errors are often referred as bugs, and the process of removing the bugs is known as debugging. There are three types of error. First, syntax error. If there is any typing mistake by using a semicolon missing, basis missing, or any other spelling missing, then it will be syntax error. And this type of error count during the compilation. Logical error. Logical error is the error of formula by which program is executed smoothly but the result will be not correct. And third, runtime errors. This type of errors come during the execution of program due to some illegal operation, like if you have to input a number and instead of number you have typed a character, then it will be a runtime error. If during execution a number is dividing with a zero, then it will be a runtime error. Input type mismatch, insufficient memory, etc. This type of errors are known as runtime error. So study this notes and uh, try to make many programs by using a scanner. In next video, we send the practical view of this chapter. Thank you.